I've always decided I was going to turn professional, so I have. It was just a matter of when and how could I do it throughout the army. So hello, I'm Campbell, 23 years old from Glasgow, and I've just started off as a professional boxer, and I'm 2-0 in the journey so far. Growing up, so I was brought up in Glasgow in a place called Craigton, which is round the corner from where I stay now. Growing up there, I don't think, especially it's the same in a lot of places in Glasgow, especially where I was from. I think there's not really options for a lot of people growing up on that side of the city or that. I think obviously it's down to you as a person if you're going to make it out of there. I think it was a lot to do with my mum. I think she obviously made that decision obviously realising that at that time that I was not getting into bother but just misbehaving. I think my brother was misbehaving at the time. It wasn't until I was about 10 going into 11 that I decided to take that step into boxing. My big brother did boxing at the time, so I think they turned around and my mum was like, right, you've got to go into boxing and get a try. Went to my first day and I ended up really good at it. So I won a Scottish national title. I've had numerous Scottish silver national titles and stuff like that. So yes, because I was at a point where I was still on the Scotland team and stuff. If I just kept pushing, I could have been going to tournaments abroad and stuff like that. But I got to that point where people were leaving school and people were staying on in school, and I knew straight away that I wasn't going to stay on in school. So my two friends joined the army. I was sitting there, I was like, right, I'll sign up, but if I don't get in, I don't get in. But me being into sports and always being fit and smashed the fitness tests and everything, and then the next thing you know, I'm travelling down to Leeds to stay with the army at 16 years old. It's a big, massive decision, but it's one I don't really regret either. First or second year, my dad left. I think that played a massive part, and I just tried to block it out, and the only way I reacted to it was going out fighting or going out misbehaving and just not going down the right path where I should have been. I've always decided I was going to turn professional, so I have. It was just a matter of when and how could I do it throughout the army. And then once we flew over to Afghanistan, and I think it was October 2020, or 2020. And then I think halfway through the tour, I was seeing people from who I grew up with and that, on boxing, that all go starting to turn professional and stuff. And I think it kind of hit home a bit, like I'm out here still in 30-degree heat and not doing a job that I can turn around and say I absolutely love or I'm 100% happy with. And I always knew I was going to go professional, and I wasn't getting any younger. So I think, especially being out there, I think that was more of a wake-up call. Yeah, but it was a massive risk. Even speaking to my mum and stuff, she's like, I know you want to do this boxing, but I think you should wait till we come home and then try and work out plans and how we can go about it and stuff. But once I've got something in my head, I'm one of the people that I'm not going to listen to anybody, I'm just going to go and do it. But lucky for me, I think it all kind of fell in place. Once I came back, I've got my medicals done, I got in spa, met the team and stuff like that, and I think 2-3 months later I came back in April and I was fighting in November. It's hard to put into words, sometimes I still pinch myself, you're actually doing the dream you've been wanting to do since you've been a little boy. What's motivating me now? I'd say my family, my friends are probably the most important. For instance, when I'm in training camp and stuff as well, some days I wake up and I'm cutting weight, I'm tired and I'm sore. My friends will come and pick me up and they're like, right now we've got the gym, you're going in the sauna longer, you're training that extra half an hour longer, or get out and go that running stuff. Especially my mum and I just watch my mum, how proud of that she is of me. It doesn't matter what background that you're from, what colour you are, anything like that. If you've had a bad upbringing or tough, everybody's had problems, everybody's had a tough situation in their life, I think. If you set your mind to something, or the goal you set, you can do absolutely anything you want.